Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we have Dietrich Mayfield. My brother and I grew up in Long Beach as adolescents. No, as teenagers, correct? Teenagers? Teenagers. We moved from Carson to Long Beach. Take in mind, my brother and I are going through a real negative spot and a real negative light at this time. We were star seeds, but we were sprinkled across the ghetto.
Yeah, we had to make our way out of the ghetto to truly shine.
We had to learn lessons through life. We had to meet the right individuals in our life. So when we moved from Carson, California to Long Beach, California, this was the time where, I don't know if gangs were in the height, but it was the time of Snoop Dogg being prevalent, Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls. Am I missing somebody?
No, because that was the highlight. It was always like it was the dawn of the hip hop wars between West Coast versus East Coast, and Atlanta being left out of the picture.
Right.
Actually, it was the dawn of Atlanta rap game becoming.
Well, Atlanta was saying something at that point right then. Yeah. Outkast had spoke.
When Outkast had spoke, I think everybody started to like wake up and listen to the South for the first time.
So when we moved from Carson, California to Long Beach, California, we moved right next door to. Had we known it then, we probably would have took more steps in different directions.
Stop hindsighting. You said we can't do that.
But a friend that has come with us, and now he's family, a long way. And we could probably write a book of all the things we got ourselves into.
Easy.
Dietrich Mayfield.
A damn memoir. Yeah.
Dietrich Mayfield is one of the original OGs from the Cedar Block. And there was nobody else who could top Dietrich from being the OG on the Cedar Block. Even if Steve Johnson moved on the block, he still wouldn't have the street cred as Dietrich Mayfield.
And we just talking about this little skinny, no good block of just the three of us.
Of middle-class workers.
Yeah.
Middle-class workers.
That's it. It wasn't no ghetto, right? It wasn't.
What was the name of the neighborhood? Was it called the Wrigley's or something like that?
Yeah, that was the Wrigley. Yeah,
the Wrigley's. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the Wrigley's in Long Beach. I hope it's still nice and peaceful there.
Yeah.
Hey, now the Wrigley's got $1 million homes, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
times have changed.
Inflation in Long Beach is crazy. Yeah. I miss. Yes. I miss Long Beach.
It forced you to move to Las Vegas, sir.
Yeah.
Right off the top. See, I seen the light real quick.
Yeah.
You know?
So back to so I don't know how many people out there have a friend from their teenage. I'm sure a lot, but it's been going on easy 27 years, something like that, since we've been friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there.
27 2 days ago.
How many people can say they still have their teenage friend 27 years ago?
Right.
Who knows more about you than any friend that you have met, after that.
Right. Yeah. That's wild. I always think about like how easy it could have been to be disconnected with us moving around and our lives are full speed ahead and kids and like there's a lot of people that came in my life and were disconnected, not that there was any ill tension. It was just
it was just life.
It was just life.
Yeah.
Why do you think like the disconnect, like, our bill was always paid. Our light bill between each other was always paid. There was no disconnection.
We got a solid foundation, partner. I'm put it to you like that. We got a solid foundation from when we started being friends and some of the experiences we had. It made a solid foundation between us. Period. That ain't too much gonna break up.
Right.
I'm just saying on some real shit.
How's your life been since we all separated per se from our physical presence? How's what direction of life have you traveled since then?
The average American working class, stay above water. You know what I'm saying? Just try to blend in with society and stay on a decent path and keep it real with myself in all actuality.
Right.
Right.
When did you start navigating people in society like that? Like what really brought it home to where you were like, you know what? I need to grow up and I need to integrate with society, but I need to navigate it through it my way. When do you think that happened?
Let's see here.
Probably when you had Deja, huh?
It's
His daughter, by the way.
no, it didn't happen then right off. It didn't
No?
happen then.
No.
I still hadn't had a complete focus on the 100% of the aspects of what was really going on.
Right.
It had to go through some more shit first.
Right. So you thinking well after your daughter was born?
Yeah. Probably 5 years in.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, something like that,
Do you recall what
then I started seeing, some stuff I can't do no more, some stuff I need to be doing, and so on and so forth. And where I was failing in life, you can't see it, but you just talk about hindsight. I can look back now and see like, man, you were striking out, homie. You were striking out, but I still was trying to swing at the ball. So that's all that counts, they say. You go down swinging.
Right. I mean, you were like what? You're 2 years or a year older than us?
Just a year.
A year. Man.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think it's more like about 8 months or somewhere around there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
you guys would be 46 in February, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Steve that's older than all of us, right?
Yeah. Steve is a full year basically older than everybody.
Right.
Yeah. For the viewers, this is like our first time seeing our friend, his face.
In quite some time.
I would say maybe 6 years?
Maybe longer than that.
For me, I know it's been longer because I haven't seen him.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him since I was living in California, so easily close to 10 years.
And it's something to be said about that too. Like,
catching up with your friends.
Yeah. How often do you think people sit and actually do that?
Not often. Like, that's not often. But, the longevity of the friendship becomes real short once you back sitting or talking with somebody. Like, even when we have phone conversations, we so at a distance, but it'd be like, boom, be like right there.
Right.
I would say you extrapolate the friend out of it and replace it with a brother, because it could be, I haven't seen you in 10 years, but get on the phone and it will just pick up right where we left off. Like,
it's like we walked
has
across
passed.
the street.
Exactly.
Almost it's like you walked across the street.
Exactly.
Basically.
And I guess that's why, because we were of such young age and we actually experienced life together, when the four of us grew up together, that bond right there, because we had already been through so much.
Yeah.
And to see everybody change and go their respective ways, only very few people can stand out to be a true friend like that.
Right.
Right? Because 5 years ago, I thought I had a buddy who was, cool to hang out with, but he's come and gone.
Right.
There's some that leave that everlasting imprint, and then there's some of those friends that are just passerbys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think too, if I'm being honest about it, it's a comfort for me. Recently, I deleted a lot of numbers out of my phone. Like, yo, I ain't got no contacts, bro. And to me, it's almost a blessing to have you and Steve in our lives still, alive and well, because so much has happened in the past and throughout, the days till now. It's like somebody else out there knows my story.
Right. Somebody
and
knows me.
I know theirs.
Yeah.
And I currently know their story.
Right.
And I think that's like it's a thing that goes underlooked more times than not.
Right. Yeah, and I guess the big picture of even this podcast is to show people, you got friends out there right now. You've had them for a long time, but at some point, when do you feel like you guys are not neglecting each other, but like when's the last time you took a goddamn flight and visited your friend?
Yeah. I almost feel like either my brother and I got to come see you.
Right.
Or you got to come see us. And it ain't just going to be for
a one-way thing.
One-way thing. It's just going to be like, we're going to be here for a week. And we're going to dig in the crates and catch up and learn each other's mannerisms and facial expressions. And I kind of feel like that's a day of the past right now.
Yeah.
Like, I hear you.
It's like, man, like the connection's always been there. I always believed in like some sort of spiritual connection with people. Like it's a reason why that web has not been severed. These people still have a major role in your life, So for me to ignore it would be just fucking foolish.
Hey, D, have you? I never asked you what kind of like spirituality or denomination you were back in the day. What's your life take on that?
Are you
I believe in God.
Yeah. But how would you say your belief is? What if you had to title your own belief? What would it be? In a few words.
Everybody has their religion. They believe in God, but I believe in it's a higher power. But I believe in the honest aspect of basically like right and wrong, and just being true to your word and just being a real person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's more than religion to me, honestly, to a certain degree. I mean, you can believe and pray and have faith, but right here in reality and in the touching world where you can touch somebody and tell the truth, that's the realness.
Right. Yeah. Do you think there's a heaven and hell?
I can't say per se a heaven or a hell. I the afterlife and all that is a good fathom, but it's a thought that can't be answered but can keep being thought. I can tell you that.
Oh, I like that response.
I find it crazy. We've been friends this damn long.
And never asked.
And we've never asked somebody, not even remotely any of these questions, and it's just like, why now am I so like...
It's like, okay, you can believe in that. It's like alien or whatever, unknown species that's out there. I believe it has to be to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if we're possible, anything is possible. And I get that aspect.
Wait, but have you ever had anything like strange that's just, it made you question reality, like you was going to go somewhere and make a decision and then like something told you, no, you're not doing that, or something, I don't want to say like a ghost or an apparition
or divine intervention is what you're saying?
Yeah, like a divine intervention ever push you into a more positive light?
Not that I have recognized myself. No, not right off.
Okay, but you're not
I
saying
wouldn't be where I'm at now.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, but I guess it seems to me you're still aware of the finite of cause and effect. Like you are moving through this thing, and you make the wrong move, you can mess up a lot of people's lives, or you can improve a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, for every reaction, there's action. That's science basically.
Right.
That's part of the religion thing. It's so much science in the world. Everything is based on some form of science to a certain degree. I don't care how you put it. It's some kind of method or equation or something to form a whole bunch of what we got going on in the world.
Right.
Religion can't solve that part of a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. My wife always says everything is based on numbers.
Yeah.
You know,
to a certain degree, weights
yeah,
and measures it's a lot of
it's all numbers. Even if we're talking about like music and synthesis and hertz, like hertz have numbers.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah, it's
they all do things.
measurements. Measurements is pretty much everything. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there something you, so, all right, let me ask you this. Is there something that you would hope to be after you shed your physical body? Or do you not believe in shedding a physical body and you just cease to exist? Do you think there's more to your physical body than just that?
That would only mean you go to a different world with your same mind and not your body. Then that's what you're saying.
Um,
Because if I shed this body and I keep my mental psyche or whatnot, and then I won't be in this realm. I'll be somewhere else, basically. So would I want to keep my same aspect of mentality of life is what you're saying?
Right. Like, well, yeah. Will you still, will your consciousness just go on and maybe harbor something else, or, you know, whatever you think of?
I believe that might depend on where you land off.
Yeah.
If I land off, I might want to start anew. If there's a possibility, you know, you might not want to be the same person. If you're being a person, if that's what you're saying.
Right. Right.
I mean, it sounds to me like you don't know, but you do have hopes that there's
you carry on. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounds like, at least.
Are we wrong? Are we off?
Repeat that.
It sounds like that you have hope that there's something.
You just don't know what that something is
in the afterlife.
Yeah, if it is something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not neglecting it. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm not resenting it. You would have to accept it because you wouldn't know nothing about it.
Right. It's
I wouldn't want to be blind-minded or whatever and going with the thoughts of I got in my mind right now to something new. I would rather just come in with a clear mind on something, you know?
Right.
So I wouldn't, you know.
It's oddly enough because that's what most people say. We come here for a lesson to the physical, and the gag is you can't remember where you came from, so you can enjoy the earth process and go through the lessons and go through what you need to go through. And then when you shed your physical body, you meet up in this afterlife, or, you know, the other side, and you enlighten yourself and others, and you just pretty much level up. That's the I want to say the popular belief between people that have had a near death experience. And I told you about mine, didn't I?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? I would very much be next to you in that boat before, probably like 10 years before my near-death experience. I would have been right there next to you. If I had not been there or had my experience, that'd just be a different thing. But after having this experience, I tell you what, and again, whenever I tell people my story, I tell them like, this is what happened to me. I am not by any means saying this is what happens to everybody. Although I do think that there are some comparable similarities that go on with everybody's NDE that are like an exact thing that needs to happen. Mine was 100% dedicated toward me. You know what I mean? So when I was there outside of my body and I experienced myself, my consciousness self, my higher or true self is what I perceived. It was real, and it was more real than this, you know? And I don't even know how to break that down even further in the human vernacular, because it wouldn't even make it. They don't have words for it on the place that I was at and the colors that I could see and what I could feel. You know, like this is still the dream. But again, this was my experience. You know what I mean?
And your thoughts was just wide open? Or?
Like there was no concealage of anything. Like the human body didn't exist, but I was aware that I kind of had a body, but I knew I didn't because I was more 360 degrees of perception. So
I got you.
If I told you I looked down, that'd be incorrect misinterpretation of what
I got you.
down was, because I was up, down, 360. I perceived a tunnel, which I would say at my feet, but in space there is no up and down, left or right. I can only
It's just
give you.
around you.
It's
Yeah,
just
I got
around you. And when I consciously thought about the tunnel, my curiosity, literally, without thinking, I'm gonna glide to the tunnel, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna do this. It was you're in the tunnel and you're moving. You know what I mean? So when you say that you like are on the fence or 50-50, I think I kind of miss that way of life, of just not knowing and just living the life
versus knowing.
Because if I could take it all back, I wouldn't want to know. Because for a while, for a while, that shit consumed my life. I mean, it still does when I think about it, but I could not stop watching near-death videos.
Yeah, well, you're still always talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it takes a whole lot away from the physical, man. It's like a cheat code. It's like you got a taste of what happens. I much rather be, and I'm not saying anybody that has never had one is like ignorant, but I'd much rather be ignorant and bliss to the whole thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you saw something, correct? Like you and your
Yeah.
Okay, run us through that story. Cause I know we talked about it earlier, but run us through that story of what you saw and your old man saw it too.
Yeah. So like I said, one night I'm sleeping or whatnot, and I wake up to go use the restroom, and I'm going to get out the bed to go, and I look over and I'm like, damn, what is that? And as I focus in, because I'm half sleeping, I focus in, it's like I see the silhouette of a man. We call him Electric Man, basically. That was the name we called him, the Electric Man.
Okay.
And you would just see, like, basically the silhouette of a man, the trim of him is just lit up. So when I looked over there, it sort of was like he looked at me at the same time, like he was doing something. But when I looked at him, he looked at me.
Hmm.
So therefore, it was like we focused on each other. And I was like, okay. So I calls out for my dad at this point. Hey, dad, in a yell, not no whisper or no bullshit like that.
Right.
I screamed out.
Yeah.
I didn't get no response from him.
Right.
So therefore, that's we 2 minutes into the situation at this point.
Right.
And the only thing I can think of is get back into the pillow, and hopefully he's not there when you come out of the pillow.
Okay, wait. So you said you screamed for your pops, and he didn't hear you?
He didn't hear me. No.
So do you think this is probably a dream that you had?
No, not a dream.
Okay, so like you know. Okay.
I know I woke up.
Okay, yeah. So when you saw this apparition, we'll just call it an apparition for now.
How you know it looked at you?
Well, hold on. Okay. So when you saw this apparition, right now, what's in your mind? Was it real or was it fake?
It was real. I seen the movement of it. Okay. I mean, it wasn't real as that tangible for me to go touch it.
Okay.
But my vision seen it in my vision.
And you got a humanly figure from it, right?
Correct.
Okay. So does this by any way just kind of tease the situation that you might think there's an afterlife and those are former souls?
That's all in possibility.
Yeah.
That's
that's what I'm getting at. So even if you see a ghost, you still stay fast to your beliefs. I mean, I believe it was a ghost, right?
It's not really a belief. It's a lack of experience. So I can't say I crossed the rim until I crossed the rim.
Right.
But you saw a silhouette of it. Did you make out any facial expressions?
No, but it had movement to it.
Right.
Okay.
So it was like, like I said, when I focused on it and I called out for my pops, it was like it moved and seen me like, okay, he over here.
Right.
And he focused on me and I sort of like focused on it.
Right.
So you said Pops had an experience with the same thing?
Pretty much.
Did he say where he saw it at?
I believe he seen it at the same apartment building, but he might have seen it somewhere else. possibility.
Wait,
but it was the same. It was the same silhouette. We called it the same thing, basically.
but it wasn't at the same location.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was at the same location.
Wait,
no.
whoa.
Okay, so that's a whole other issue, bro.
That's called a hitchhiker.
That's what you call him?
Well, I'm trying to, I'm trying to figure out if is your pops a heavy sleeper, because, bro, if I'm you, I'm yelling at the top of my vocal process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pops, get up. We got an intruder. We got Electric Man. Did you pay the bill or something? You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny you said you saw, he didn't really have a face, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. You couldn't see features of that,
But you could tell it was a man.
You could see, huh?
But you could tell it had a male vibe to it.
Basically, a human vibe. Basically.
Okay. So the only reason why I asked this is because not too long ago, I had a ear ringing event. And in the event, it was like what I saw was black liquid and a face kind of like came out of it, but it wasn't like a face, but I could tell it was some sort of entity that I would recognize, or it made me
Recognize.
right. No matter, it was different, but it gave me something to hold on to.
Like a feeling?
Like a feeling, but more like it tried to show me a human face, but it wasn't. So, but it would make gestures and movements, but there was really no face there. And I could feel each gesture it did, if that makes any sense.
So did you feel anything?
No, I didn't per se that I felt something, but I seen its movements.
Right.
It didn't come towards me more than maybe a step or two, but I seen its movements. You know what I'm saying? It was like I interrupted it, I think.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
Well, so it acknowledged you.
Yeah. Like I said, when I screamed out for my pop's name, it was like it was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It looked over at me, and I was like looking at it. I was like, all right, okay. And when I didn't get a response from nobody coming in to save me, it was like, all right, I'm just gonna try to, go back to where I was. I'm gonna go back to sleep, and hopefully when I wake up, it ain't here or whatever.
Did you have a feeling that it wanted to take your life or cause you bodily harm?
No, because I didn't feel like it was coming towards me at that point.
Yes.
It stayed at the distance it was pretty much at. So if I felt it was coming or something, then yeah, I would have been like, all right. I wouldn't have stayed laid down either. So
right.
I wouldn't have just tried to look away from it.
Yeah, I had the same sensation and feeling. I had more of a feeling that I was letting the entity down. That's what it felt like to me. He gave me the expressions of you're letting me down. Like, I expect you to be better. I know you to have these things and you don't have them on you. That's what I felt through that experience. But it's crazy that you would have that. And it almost seems like you're right. Like you surprised it, or maybe you were the apparition in his room and he was like, oh, what are you?
Yeah, a duality or but it does. I wonder it doesn't explain why his pops is seeing the same form. And they both describe it as the same.
In two different
locations.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be remiss to say it's probably like a guardian angel or something.
I can't say for sure.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. I couldn't rule it out, is what I'm saying. I guess I wouldn't rule it out.
Especially if it's not causing any bodily harm and you don't feel threatened and it's following family members.
Well, and also when he said he just woke up, so we know what happens. People can equate it to maybe it was a dream, or maybe he was still
sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis while walking,
and
your brain just produces a picture. But like you said, it was 100% real to
I believe
to your mind.
You went through some bullshit.
Yeah.
Now let's go back a little bit on the past here. Do you still rap by any chance?
Ooh, you still in the music game, bruh?
I still to myself, basically, here and there, I amuse myself.
Are you writing bars down?
No, I don't amuse myself that far, but I amuse myself though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
People, we used to sample records back in the day. when we were kids, and we used to rap on them.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not.
Yep. I believe it was Dietrich's sampler. Wasn't it your sampler?
Didn't you have a sampler?
Where did we get that?
It was our sampler.
Where did we get
I don't know
it
how
from?
we got the sampler.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the looper or whatever, however we got that looper.
Right.
Yeah.
We used to loop all kind of shit, though.
It came with a pair of RCA cables, a
so.
power supply, and that's all it needed, right? And it would just repeat.
Yeah. So you would take your record,
catch your beat,
catch
your beat.
Yeah.
So
in between.
A sample, people, is catching one of your favorite records, and you find the part that you really like off that record. You sample the shit out
of it, and you catch it,
and you catch it,
yeah,
and you rap on
that
it.
Shit loop, and you loop for a 30-minute loop, and you be good.
Yeah,
you see, is it me, or in my mind was we the best rappers on the planet at the time? Hey, we was
in that back room. Yeah.
We had and you know what? I know consciously we wasn't there, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all ready? We was 100% into it.
Yeah.
And had we stayed 100% into it, we would be phenomenal right now.
Yeah.
We would probably be past phenomenal right now, but reality kicked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
What part of that stole that from us? What do you remember anything in life that I don't know why we stopped.
I had a daughter.
That's correct.
Yeah, you had a daughter. Yeah, that changed a lot.
Yeah.
That changed a lot.
That sort of see, that made a focus for me to have to live life, and then y'all was like, well, damn, this dude got life issues over here now. We ain't just kick it forward no more. He got to go. He got to take care of bills. He got to make sure he's feeding his kids and all this. So it was
growing up real quick. I remember that one.
That shit was a 360.
It was, because it was like, oh, his daughter's born. He has to go convert into being a father. And I do feel like, as if you don't have that mindset with like following your dreams and no matter what, stick it out. Reality sets in. It's so pressure sets. You have to make that decision.
Yeah, you got to make a decision.
Right then and
you got to have sort of a mentality of what I want come first and everything else comes second.
Right.
To make that kind of stuff happen. If not, then reality takes the forefront of everything.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
You prioritize very, very quick when you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think that says a lot about people who have talent and people who don't? Like, why is it that some people at a young age can ignore all of the responsibilities, and even if they stay on that path, even if they have a kid or they have to do like 2 jobs, or why do they stay on the path and they're never detoured and they come out successful? I mean, what is that?
They want is a little hungrier than your want, I think, for that specific whatever it is, is or the need for life or whatever they need in life. They know how to subsidize it to where they can be happy with whatever they got. They'll deal with the struggles just to be happy with their lifestyle or what they get. I know people right now who still want to be a rapper, and he has nothing, but he still want to be a rapper. Yeah. I couldn't have nothing and still want to be something. I think that's part of it too. Not having what you want and then trying to have something at the same time don't equal out to me. So I got to make sure you got stability. Your foundation is stable at least before you can venture on. It's just if it comes, it comes, and if it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You at least want a good foundation before you go explore. Right.
Yeah. My point. Even if you got to work to get your foundation right, you can't go explore. You just run around here saying.
And I think that's why we got a strong workforce and less dreamers, because everyone wants to feel that security and comfort of at least having a stable foundation. And some of them just forget the dream and just get caught into the stable foundation.
At least we did. We did give it a shot, though. I remember we used to go in this guy's studio in Long Beach. His name was Ron.
Oh, man.
Ron lived right next door to the record company /
music shop
on 7th Street.
Yeah, but he was more in the back of the shop. We used to go in there and spend at least 2 hours, And from what I can remember, my brother said he would never write anything down. I remember jotting down a few things, but I didn't know what I was doing with it.
Yeah, I mean, speaking for myself,
and we was in that studio acting like a bunch of ravaged monkeys. We was having this dude doing this and doing that.
I had no confidence. I had no cadence. I had no direction of what I really even wanted to say. Yeah. I was just literally finding words that rhyme together, like out of a Dr. Seuss book. Man, I was lost in the sauce.
Yes, you were. Now, I never asked this question. Did you and Steve like have written material and y'all had like a game plan at any point?
Yeah, we used to have shit written down. Yeah, we was. You know.
I knew you and Steve had your shit together, but I did not.
That's how I know y'all was ahead of us.
Yeah,
because one part of me feel like
go on.
The knuckleheads is the knuckleheads of the group, and the serious trying to form something was that side of the group, and it was just like, why was I so dumb to it all? Like, why didn't I just see the bigger picture? And why was it always two people always ahead of the other two people, you know? And I think that's kind of because Steve was a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
You've been hanging around Steve a little bit longer than us. Well, shit, a lot longer than, because y'all met in high school or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, people, you have to understand that, one, we haven't seen this man in a long time, and we're literally catching up in front of you people.
Yeah.
And this has just been a crazy ride to see where we've come from. Now, when we left that studio, Steve kept recordings, correct?
I'm pretty sure he got some recordings.
So we got to figure out if Steve has these recordings. If Steve has these recordings, I don't know if I even want to listen.
I don't want to listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm recorded on any of those DAT tracks, save it.
Save it.
Burn it.
I know y'all had bars. Like, I mean, y'all was writing. No, but D, y'all was taking it serious. You guys were writing, and my brother and I was lost in the sauce.
We was trying to take it as serious as we could have took it.
Right.
Simple as that.
Do you think at any point my brother and I was holding y'all back?
Nah, we was all doing the same thing, trying to, just
live out a dream.
Figure it out.
Just live it out.
Like I say, we was hungry for it, but we wasn't starving. That's the difference. Who laugh.
Ooh, it's a big difference between being hungry and starving.
Look, D.
It's a big difference.
Look, D. Have you and Steve talked amongst yourselves, not in front of my brother and I, and go, we ain't gonna hang out with the twins today?
Yeah,
we're gonna go do something else. We gonna
not in that aspect. Not in that aspect.
Dietrich,
but like
be
I said
honest.
Before, you already knew. All right, if we go over here to the mall with the twins, anything can happen.
Yeah. I mean, that was my mindset.
Wait, hold on. But you and Steve had these conversations before y'all met up with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like,
okay.
Hey, boy, you never know.
Yeah.
It's like driving down the street and you see somebody and the car stops and everybody gets out to go do something.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not fond of those times. Like I said, we were star seeds sprinkled over the ghetto.
Yeah.
But I never really asked those questions. Like, what did y'all talk about before y'all got mixed up with us? I knew I could feel it sometimes when we would all hang out.
He won't let it go, D.
I would go.
He wants something.
I would think, Steve and D decided to go play basketball today. and not mess with these dudes.
No.
Right when I think that's right when I was starting to feel the tipping point that something crazier was getting ready to happen. Like,
not necessarily.
No.
Like Eric, it's even like the Bernie and Deb days.
Right.
Every night was a different night. Every night had a different experience.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, every night.
No.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't trade any of those. I I hate some of the decisions I made, but I wouldn't trade anything
Yeah.
in the past.
So
Because that shaped you 100%.
100%. And you notorious for telling me stop doing that.
Yeah, but
stop it.
Sometimes it's just hard to believe we was those characters.
We worked for this is the four of us people. We worked for a carpet cleaning service in, I think it was Fullerton, California.
Yeah.
And so we're cleaning carpets. And let me tell you about these interesting people that gave us these jobs. I don't recall ever filling out an application. Do you?
No, we didn't fill out no application.
Yeah. So there was no application
you just
process.
Came in and worked.
You just came in, got whatever vehicle. And let me tell you about these vehicles. Some of them should not be pulling trailers.
Station wagon.
But however, we were in this. Do you remember what the vehicle was?
It was a station wagon.
They had a Taurus.
Oh, they had a Taurus station wagon.
Taurus wagon.
Yep.
And we had to pull a trailer with this. Okay, so at this time, I didn't have any confidence in myself to pull a trailer, nor the experience, nor did my brother, nor did Steve.
Barely even knew how to do the job right.
Barely even knew how to get in said vehicle.
Right.
So we elected Mr. Mayfield to be the driver. Why? Because this dude knows how to cut grass.
Yes.
So obviously,
and he drove his pop's truck, which I'm sure he pulled something once or twice.
So he's mechanically inclined. Do the smart. You get the keys to the smart dude, and lo and behold, it was like giving the bass to a black man. He gonna naturally know how to play it. So Dietrich, he already knew how to drive this car, and he would take us to places at light speed. Okay, in and out of traffic, in the most number one sought after spot we would all commonly agree on as him the driver is Burger King. Now, let me tell you what happens.
The Whopper lane.
Let me tell you what happens when you get four individuals that's been up all night, hungry, and what they do at Burger King. Everything
back when Whoppers was $1.
Ooh, I remember when Whoppers was $1.
Whoppers. So it was, we never got paid like that day. It always came in cash, I believe. But we would get to Burger King, and we would all have to piece up money. And I mean, when we pieced up money, the dollars and cents of it.
Yeah.
4 waters was the particular order all the way around because we knew the water was free.
Yeah.
Right? Then we got 4 small fries and we got 4 Whoppers. Now do the math. This meal at these rates was phenomenal, but however, we was broke as a joke. So they were still astronomical at some point.
Right.
We ate Burger King, people, almost every damn night we went to work. I'm very fond of this because you three would know. I would sit and I would marvel at Steve in the back seat.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. And this dude.
You know where he going with this dude?
This dude, he would sit there and eat his French fries one at a time.
One by one.
Everybody in the car was done eating their French fries.
And this dude.
And you wanted some more.
Yeah.
And Steve still had a bag.
He still had a burger left. But it's not just that he ate one French fry one by one. He ate it in sections.
He ate one French fry in sections.
He was fractioning out his French fry. And I was like, I don't know if it irritated me more that his food was getting cold,
right?
Or it was like, Joe, how long do you eat, bro?
Yeah.
We gotta go, man.
I'll tell you this, because I was the one that sat in the back with them more times than not. Steve, if you watching this, boy, I marveled at you, man, because I was in disbelief. I was like, why my butt eating like this?
Every time we had a burger or fries, no matter what, where I was sitting, my eyes would always divert myself to Steve, like awkwardly, like it. Just watch him.
Yeah.
And he'll never pay you no mind.
Nope.
Fry by fry. Look.
I don't even know where we was going with that story, but look here. Here's the clean way, Bernie and Debbie and Steve eating his fries one at a time.
Look, it is so many things we can't tell you about Clean Way that would just downright.
Clean Way. That was the name of the service.
It would incriminate us. But look.
Yeah, but we was the clean way.
We were the clean way. We were the spokesperson of, you had filthy carpet? We'll clean it. Maybe.
Yeah. I want to ask you this because this is cool. We asking questions I thought I'd never be able to ask you. Where do you think hip hop is going, my brother?
Oh,
Where do I think hip hop is
I
going, or
mean,
where is it gone? Where is it
you
at?
have
he's
to.
saying it's
Where-
already gone.
when?
Okay, so you have to be looking at it now. I mean, at your age now, you have to be looking at it now. Curious.
Yeah, hip hop is a it's a different state of music right now to me.
Yeah.
It used to be more informative and to a certain aspect of certain stuff, but now it's more of a I would say a arrogant realm of hip hop is going on right now. Everybody's just the arrogance of people and what they got and what they do and who they are. That don't make them be no more smarter than you
Right.
or whatever they're doing or whatever they're saying. It's no knowledge in hip hop right now. I can tell you that much.
Right.
It's,
Now,
it's no informing the people of something to be better for at all. I
right.
can tell you that.
okay. Now, is that because? Now, are we basing that just solely on the radio and what we
Yeah,
see
mainstream.
on mainstream?
Yeah, mainstream.
Mainstream,
Excluding
the
underground.
underground.
Yeah,
uh,
exclude
the
underground.
the underground is still always going to have some knowledge in it, but
Right.
mainstream right now is the money aspect of mainstream has made it be just one stream,
Right.
one vision.
Yeah.
It's just one vision to see for hip hop. That's it. It ain't no. Back in the day, you could have 5 different MCs. They was gonna be rhyming about 5 different things.
Right.
Now you got 5 different MCs and the 6th one rhyming about the same thing.
Right.
Right.
And it all sounds the same.
And it all sounds the same.
you
It's
can't
over the same type beat.
Yeah.
It's all same cadence. It's
Yeah.
all,
Yeah. You can't even
I'm gonna rap just
understand
like
it.
him and he gonna rap just like her.
Right. Right.
And
So,
she gonna rap like her.
so do you still have a love for hip hop? If you do, where are you getting this? Like, where are you getting your source of hip hop from? What are you currently listening to that puts you in that? I still have love for it, but it's not the same.
I wouldn't say I got a love for it like I used to. No, I
Really?
don't.
Dang.
No,
I would have never thought that.
Wait.
it's not. It's not. It's not.
So it's classics then. You find yourself back in the classics?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
I just find myself whatever I find that I think whatever I enlighten myself to now that I like. I might hear something.
Well, what's your
that I
palette?
like.
Yeah, so
What's your
I mean,
palette
it
now,
sounds like
brother?
you diverse,
Yeah.
brother.
What's the palette? Go on, talk to me.
What's the palette?
Are you
the
on any
palette?
like? Are you on any like alternative? Are you on some like some?
Nah. I'm on what sounds 95ish to me, pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the classics to us.
so-
well, for
so-
us, it's the classics.
so you going back to the classics?
Yeah.
So if you rapping and I can understand you and you talking about something that's decent or you
Mhm.
got a decent topic or whatever,
Right.
I might can listen to you. Your beat is cool. We'll work with that. But anything else is like I'm hearing you, but I ain't hearing you, and I sure ain't seeing you.
Right.
Anything else would be uncivilized.
I don't know. Like if somebody asked me, do I listen to hip hop? I don't know how I answer that question.
Because you listen to music now, you don't just listen to hip hop.
Right. Or
See, I can listen to some blues right now. I can listen to some old R&B. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to some regular R&B.
right.
That's why I say the love of hip hop is sort of slimmed down to just whatever music is fitting my life situation is more what I'm sort of magnetic to right now. I'll put it to you like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. That makes sense. So I mean, because you're constantly evolving, but in my mind, if somebody asked me, do I like hip hop? I would have to say, there's no easy way to answer your question. What type of hip hop are you talking about? Because now I think it's in like 20 different genres of hip hop, So for a person just to ask me that question and just say that, there'd be no way I can answer that question. I do think though, for the most part, 90% of what's being played and these artists is just foolery.
Well,
Well, country is almost hip hop now.
Yeah. Country ain't even the same country anymore.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you know, it's all sort of a different take, because the mindset of the generations behind us is sort of, you know, they're a lot more open than what we were. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Right. I remember
That's
this.
why
Go ahead.
That's why you hear. That's why the music sounds a lot more the same for like pop, country, hip hop, all of that. It sort of has sort of the same feel to it now. It ain't no.
Yeah.
The sound ain't no big sound no more.
Right.
It's all sort of just
now everything.
Everybody sort of has the same gimmick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can dance to anything.
Right.
Before you couldn't dance to anything. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Especially like storytellers in country and storytellers in R&B, like
yeah.
that. I don't even see, like, you don't even hear like Marty. Okay, Marty Robbins in country was dope. That dude, I think before you had a TV, you was listening to Marty Robbins paint a picture on a country song,
Right.
or Hank Williams and
George
Strait, and like the storytellers. Well, Jamie Johnson is, to me, my favorite country artist, and he's probably the last of the
Chris Ledoux.
Yeah, Chris Ledoux, but they either gone or they're not prominent because they're not with the times,
Right.
per se. So I guess there's underground country that we can.
And I was going to say about hip hop.
That's honky tonk.
Yeah,
that's honky tonk.
Yeah, and I was going to say about hip hop.
The real country is honky tonk now. It ain't country music no more.
Right.
If you ask me if hip hop is dead, I would say it's not. I would say you just have to look a lot more to find it than versus it be dead.
Right.
Yeah, it's not that it's dead. It's just, you know, it's minimalized because, you know, they maximize the other points of bullshit.
Right.
It's simple as that.
So people, what he's saying is they control the radio waves and they just pump bullshit in your ears.
Why you think they choose to pump all the negativity of any genre versus the teachings of how to be a better person?
Commercial.
Because if they taught everybody, or if they deleted and they just wanted positivity in the world, homie, the world itself you wouldn't have what you just had the other day at UNLV. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now that's everybody's aspect. You know, it's people are drawn to the bullshit.
Yeah.
That was the mass shooting in Vegas, right?
Right.
Just recently.
Yeah, people are drawn to bullshit, homie, all day long. You can't tell me a good news story faster than you can tell me a bad one.
Right.
I mean, it's something to be said about that. It's not just in the music. It's on the media. It's the way we live our life. It's on TV. Shit, it's even on the drugs they sell. It seems to me everything is geared towards negativity, and everything is geared for you to be a consumer.
Right. And distract you.
Right.
Yes, it's like a mass distraction from what you really should be paying attention on.
So you don't think that there were let's do it this way. What does a positive world look like to you? Do you still think there's no crime and people is just all, you know, butterflies and rainbows? Okay, so with that laugh, so maybe we need negativity?
Okay, watch this. I'll put it to you like this. If you got a field of deer or antelopes, whatever you want to call it, and you don't have no lions, no mountain lions, and the deer just keep populating and populating and populating and populating,
yeah,
something has to control that.
Okay.
So there's with the negativity, that's part of the balance of life. I hate to say it, you know, that is true.
Right.
It is a balance of life,
right.
But at this point in life, we got overabundance of negativity, homie.
Yeah.
It's like well past what we need of that instead of just, regular,
It's the
straight and forward.
polarities.
So
Yep.
you're saying it's not balanced. Basically, it's not a yin and
It
a
ain't
yang.
balanced at all no more.
It's more yang than yin.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I.e., what happened over there a month ago over there in Israel, homie? That's the prime example.
Right. What do you think needs to happen for it to be balanced? You think we need an intervention from like aliens just appearing in the sky? You think people need to uprise? You think we got to do better voting? How do you think we balance this out in your mind?
In my mind, it'll never be no balance if everybody ain't on the equal playing field. So if it's always a hierarchy, or if it's always, a struggle for if it's a struggle for the masses and not a struggle for the minority, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be an issue.
Right.
Simple as that.
So you're saying it just needs to start off with equality first.
Yeah, you can't have nothing if you ain't got equality. If you got 10 kids in the house and you treating 8 of them perfectly and 2 of them badly, what's going to happen?
Exactly.
Right.
Sooner or later, them 2 are going to be like, all right, we're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
We want what they have. We tired of not having what they have. Okay, out of 12 months, can I have it for 1 month? Can I have what y'all have for 12 months for 1 month?
Right.
Can I just get that?
Yeah, because there's always that human instinct to be, jealous. It's part of human nature.
They call it FOMO, fear of being left out, or is that what it is?
Yeah,
if that's what the new people want to call it, I just call it, seeing something and wanting something because you should have the opportunity to get it. Now, I can see if you fail at the opportunity to get it and you don't make it, then that's on you.
Right. Yeah, if you get the opportunity and you torch it, then hey, that was your decision.
That's for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care what you are.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you have the opportunity and you can achieve it, then that's what I think everybody should have the opportunity to achieve.
Right.
Yeah.
And in this country, they say you got it, but it's far fetched.
Right. Yeah, I even think some migrants have come here and go, oh, wait, the American dream is dead.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
And you just think how far they travel on foot to get here, to get that American dream. And then they get here and be like, boy, that dream is pretty thin, homie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a long shot.
Yeah. I mean, imagine how bad it must be for you to want to travel thousands of miles on the gamble, too, at the same time.
It got to be horrible, homie. And I honestly, I be respecting it. When I see it on TV, I be like, boy, you take a woman and she can carry a kid and another kid behind her, and you walk 7 days straight, 10, 12, 13 hours a day just to get over here to not even have nothing, just to start. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Every time I see it, I have a lot of respect for those people. And I am a little disappointed on how some people are just quick, fast to judge them as, oh, they want a free ticket. They wanted this and this.
No, the ticket ain't,
and you
they
can't
punch their ticket in trying to get here.
Right. And I think people just do a horrible job of generalizing people when, yes, some of them may be like that, but I promise you the vast majority are literally seeking for a better way of life.
Yeah.
Exactly. You telling the realness on that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if there's ever going to be the U.S. is, and this is my opinion, we're doing a horrible job with our borders and evaluating who comes into the country because we don't want more negativity coming into the country. But at the same time, like, where do you draw a line with a border if people are hurting so bad on this world where we just say no?
Yeah, we turn our back on each other.
It's not like we can't vet these people and turn them into citizens so they're paying their taxes so we don't have to constantly pay for these people. But at the same time, it's like those that don't have a heart to it, what happened? Like, is it, are we that far gone now?
Yeah.
And the media makes it seem like it's more of us than not, but the more people I meet, the more they're not what the media says.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would hope they not because, the way it looks to me, America is like, you say you don't want no abortions, but these people are alive, and you don't want them either.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sort of that's you
You're,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're pro-life, but yet you'll turn your back on life. You know what I mean?
It's right here in front of you. It's breathing right now.
Right.
And it's not
But you're
just
like, no, I'm cool on that.
and it's not just America. It's like you got immigrants going to Canada, just trying to get into Switzerland, trying to get
Europe has the same issue.
Yeah, to everywhere to where it's better. Right. Third world countries, after I'm sure they see a lot of advertisement on what like the modern world looks like. Third world countries, I'm just surprised that that's still a thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm surprised that we have these countries that are just so, and it's got to do with greed, right? They're dictators or whatever they are for these countries. They hoard in all the money, they export, they don't allow this and that, and they don't invest it back into the people. You know?
That's every industry that makes millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they just have bank accounts.
Right. But at some point, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are proud to be like Moroccan or whatever. At some point, you as a people, as a culture, need to uprise and then at that point take your country back. I know that's easier said than done, but it's like you're giving up on something where you were born in and you're just like, oh, arms up, throw it. I'll just go hike over to America and try to get me something a little bit easier. At what point do you stay in your country and you fight for it?
I don't know. If I had a country, I might could understand that. But I ain't got no country. I was stolen, or my people were stolen, and we was brought over here. You know what I'm saying? They just dropped us off and said work. So if I had a country and a language, then I might could answer that question. But I ain't got no country and no language. I can't do that.
Well, damn, Dietrich, that was very militant of you, my brother. I had no idea the Black Panther Party was still a movement. Half of my genetics say sign up, but the white half says we can't do that one, bro.
Hey, you can speak Chinese.
Yeah.
You can speak Korean.
Yeah.
But you can't speak Negro.
Yeah. Jeez.
And get ahead.
See, being a mixed person, and I always say this, you cannot be a racist biracial person.
Right.
No, you can't.
It don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, to you.
To me,
to you. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid.
I mean, but hey, I guess that falls back on that question I had. Maybe it takes an uprising to balance the world. I still think it's going to take something way more intense than just the people alone now. I think everything is so far gone that we live in this world that it's just,
It won't be the uprising, homie. It'll be just, I think it's like when COVID hit. When everybody was on the same playing field, then when everybody could be hit with the same thing, everybody sort of seemed like the same way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But then it got back to what we in now, and it's like, well, I'm me and you. You know what I'm saying? And during COVID, everybody's job was essential. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The cashier was essential because he was giving you your food. It was essential.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But now he's just a regular cashier. Oh well, too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. COVID changed the game on a lot of outlook. Like COVID gave people time to reflect and go, is this really what I want to do with my life?
Bingo.
Entrepreneurship, I think, rose at an all-time high during COVID.
Because you know why?
Huh.
Because you found out you was essential to yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you had time to reflect and go, I'm not happy with, and hence the big exodus in the unemployment sector.
Right.
You know?
You found out your value, like my 8 hours.
Right.
I value my 8 hours more than you value my 8 hours because you only going to give me so much for my 8 hours.
Yeah.
But I can do so much with my own 8 hours.
Right.
But what's that to say? Like, people must have thought to themselves, man, my life is worth $12 an hour. I work 8 of it. I sleep 8 of it.
Bingo.
I commute the middle portion. I rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Is that what my life is worth?
You know what?
Minimum wage.
I'm going to make T-shirts. Or I'm gonna make me some slides and sell them online, and I'm gonna get me a hustle going.
I'm gonna take that chance. That's what they said. I'm gonna take that chance.
Right. Right.
And just
Right.
and see what happens.
And the
Because
new
you had nothing to lose at that point.
right.
Right.
And now the new norm is a side hustle. Like everybody that I can count a bunch of people on both of my dang on 10 fingers that they got a side hustle.
Yeah.
No one just has like this one job. Well, there's a few, I don't want to generalize, but a lot of people that I interact with, they have a side hustle. And it seems to be doing well because they're keeping afloat. And a lot of these people live in California still, which I don't know why.
Well,
yeah.
That's been my whole life. A side hustle.
A side
Right.
hustle.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now for a living?
Side hustle.
Side hustle.
No.
I like that.
What does that mean, Dietrich?
I've been, I still do air conditioning, but I don't do it full time. I don't do nothing full time. I just I live sort of right now.
Yeah. And as long as you're comfortable, that's fine with me. It's fine with you.
Yes, it's a relaxed feeling to not have to ask somebody for your time.
Oh yeah, that's freedom in its own right.
That right there is I think that's the key to me not going to ask somebody for a job to where I had to ask them for my time back after I get the job. Like, can I have this day off? Because it's my day.
Right.
No, I don't want to have to ask you for that kind of stuff. That's the part of work I think that's backwards.
Right.
That part of the contract is totally flipped around. Like,
yeah.
You own to a certain degree. You own and you don't even realize you own.
Yeah, it should really be in favor for the worker. How can we get the move things around to make the worker comfortable? It shouldn't be
that or let the worker, have incentives to where he wants to do extra for you to where he can want to have his time to himself. But it don't,
right.
It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
Yeah, that's funny, man. It's I think 5 years from now, we are all going to be sitting here in amazement as to how fast the world changed in 5 years from now.
Yeah.
I used to think
I agree with you because I can say in the last 5 years how fast it changed for me and my aspects. I mean, hell, shit. Whatever you think of, they doing.
Right. I used to think it takes 10 years. I thought that in the past. Now it's like
5 years.
It could be 3 years if something crazy just changes out of the blue.
It's probably more like 2.5, 3, because whatever we seeing has already been here. We just catching up to it. They just releasing it to us, basically.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
We're always behind when they decide to.
Well, they say we're always 15 years behind the government.
Right. When they want to let out the technology.
Yeah. That's wild in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a question you should answer right there. Why are we 15 years behind the government if we pay the government and they're supposed to be for us?
Yeah. Right. Have you been following this whole UFO business, and it's now all in the Congress, and they trying to get all this stuff out of the government and disclose?
They trying to be able to tell the truth,
right?
Or they trying to just release the truth, not tell the truth.
Yeah,
yeah. Are you following along with it?
I follow a little bit of it. I believe, they got some stuff that they should let everybody know. I mean, the world got some stuff they should let everybody know. It ain't just this government.
Right. Yeah.
Like people think the world don't work together, but I'm pretty sure all of the countries still work together pretty cohesively.
Yeah. Behind closed doors.
What's your reaction? Yeah. What's your reaction if they said aliens have been visiting here, and then all of a sudden you go outside and you see something up in the sky? What's Dietrich's reaction?
My reaction ain't gonna be too fucking surprised.
Really? Okay.
No.
Because they say most people are gonna freak out, and it's just gonna be mass hysteria.
Only thing that's gonna freak you out is the physical being of it. If it's like some weird looking entity or whatnot. But if it's like what we've been imagining all this time, you shouldn't be too freaked out other than if it's coming to harm you or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But you would have to be sort of you might have to be living in a cave to think that the technology that we have now, from I'd say like 1950 to now, how it has evolved to what we can do just on our day-to-day life, to think something else is helping that evolve. If I'm just saying,
right?
Yeah.
Just think how you send money right now. You send money, but you don't send it, but you send it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah, just to wire something or just to make a phone call. Like, these are things you can't even see. And,
okay.
You know,
just like right now, back in the day when we was in the back room, could you imagine us being in two different areas talking like this on some device of what we talking on right now?
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of that was painted though. I mean, it was always knew it was a possibility because you would watch things like Star Trek or Back to the Future. You know, you would always have these concepts, and strikingly enough, everything that we've seen so far has pretty much come to reality.
Right.
Yeah.
That's because that's when they show it to you. They had already developed in it, and it's here.
Okay, so it's not too far fetched. Then all this alien talk in the news and people or things visiting us, this could be looked at the same way, that they're just microdosing us to prepare us for something.
I don't know about preparing us for something, but they could just be. We could be their toys, if that's what you're trying to say.
Well, I think if they were if aliens were evil and they just meant to do us harm, we wouldn't even know when the war started because it'd already be over. If they come in from that far away and are that powerful, there'd be no reason to even tell us that they have a issue with us. We're going to wipe you out. They just do it.
Well, in my mind of it, if the aliens are out there, basically they're already watching us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they're watching us kill our own selves. They ain't got to do that.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
That's cold-blooded.
But I mean, they like, well, they don't get along, so they'll never be smarter than us because they can't even.
Hell, I mean, and for all we know, they just have a different lifestyle as us, but may not be of a more mature level as us. Meaning that's why their ships still crash and they still get into their day-to-day. It's just because it's just a different life than what we have. Like, so they may have technology like the flying saucer, but they can also be like, oh, well, they got cars and they got airplanes.
Yeah,
they may not go as fast as ours, but look at their means of travel.
Yeah.
We're probably on the same parallel time, no wiser than they are, but we just have different technologies.
Yeah.
It could be a contrast like that too. We think that they could be like millions of years ahead of us, but they could also be, you know, struggling to find their way.
The possibilities are
endless.
But I mean, I just think they're either prepping us for something or they're about to disclose something that may shock a lot of people.
You think we'll see it in our lifetime? We're seeing it now, but do you think
we're seeing it now? But like Lamont said, in 5 years, the world's going to be 100% different.
Right. Yeah.
You know, in 5 years, this is going to be an electric world, damn near. It won't be the same world we've been living in, and it's going to be more. It's more looking like, you know, when you used to watch the Jetsons and all that. You know, everything was just electric, basically. You know, that's what we're getting to,
right?
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, I think we're going to be obsolete. Like, the only time we are going to spend time together is going to be like this.
That because, you know, now money's finna disappear soon. It won't. You won't. Everything's gonna be digital in a little while. It's slowly getting to that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, you know, in a little while, ain't nobody gonna want quarters and change.
Right. Yeah.
And then, like, everywhere, like some places out here, it's just everything is on the card. You're not finna hand me no cash.
Oh wow.
If you ain't got it, you out of luck.
Right. Here's the best thing about the physical life that I like. We get to maybe make it to that point to see what happens. But I'm blessed that we don't live forever. I mean, this is a cool experience, and I love it. But boy, I don't want to do it forever.
Right.
See, if you was born in like 1920 and you lived all the way to like right about now,
Right.
you be, man, the world fucked up.
Right.
Because you went from a decent pace to another pace to like a zoom.
An explosion.
Like right now,
an
the world is in a zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're at the dawn of AI.
Right.
We're at the dawn of AI right now.
Yeah, we're living in that time right now.
Yeah, we're living in a time where computers is finna take over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
We're gonna have to end this. So you know how we end this. We ask you some questions based on the interview, and have you come up with one that you want to ask them?
Well, we kind of already touched on it, but I'm going to ask another one that I like.
Okay.
Want me to ask mine first?
Ask yours first.
Okay. Let's just say a being stepped in your home right now, and he gave you irrefutable proof that there is an other side, that you carry on, you will shed your body, but your consciousness and your energy will be a forever thing. And on the other side where you're going, it's 10 times more beautiful, loving, peaceful, and you'll have no more cares in the world. And he asked you, do you want to go now, or do you want to stay here and figure it out? What do you do?
I'll probably stay here and figure it out because that's all I know right now.
Okay, but he showed you that there was beautiful things to be had on the other side.
Yeah, but you don't have your people on the other side.
As far as you know, he just said it's a beautiful thing over there. Everybody's over there. I'll even throw that one for you to entice you. All your friends and families and family friends you don't even remember that you knew are over there waiting for you. What do you do?
I wait my turn, basically.
You see, and this is what I'm talking about. And it's okay. So this is where I'm getting at with this.
What do you mean? Wait your turn.
Wait, this is why I like asking. This is why I like asking this question.
Yeah.
Because you can. I'm not saying you'll never get the answer where somebody will actually go, because that person is out there who's had their fill. Mm-hmm. But as much as we've asked this question, even if that person has experienced death of a brother, which we had on, or they're in this particular situation, they're down and out about life, even if you give them a way out, a sure way out, most of the people we contact choose to stick with it. Yeah. Now, what about that says that's not a blessing in its own right, that you're willing to gut this physical life out?
Yeah.
Even dealt with a bad day.
That's a divine interaction in itself.
Because you, like I said, you are what you are right now. You can't know what you are over there until you get there.
Right.
So I can stick with what I'm doing and maybe make it better here, but I don't know what's over there for sure.
Right.
But if it is there, then like I say, when it's time for me to get there,
right,
I'm sure I'll be ready.
What did you feel about your life right now that's incomplete? That you feel like you're not ready to do that
because
yet?
This guy is telling you there's something on the other side.
Right. What do you feel about right now that Dietrich Mayfield is not ready to transition?
I can't say I don't know about transitioning, but I just feel I would just say I wouldn't say I feel, I would just say, it's not my time to be there, I guess,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's where Baba throws a monkey wrench at you, buddy, old pal. What if the guy says, along with that, you know that there's proof on the other side, and it is better if you don't go on the other side now, because once I leave, this is it. You're going to die of a horrible, painful death with a bout of cancer, or you're going to die in a burning house. What about that? What if that's provided to you?
He's just trying to entice your decision.
Do you still jump the ship?
The fact of me dying a horrible death don't mean the place I'm getting to ain't gonna be whatever it's gonna be.
Right. So you're willing to accept the experience, like everything is, I'm willing to accept this, no matter what the outcome is.
You can't help but accept this because you don't know what else to accept.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
I like it.
That. Man, that's a good one, bro. Look, you answered that one pretty good, bro.
Because it just goes to show what his mind state is, where he's at right now. And his and to me, it just makes perfect sense. You know, everybody's fascination or imagination is correct in my eyes. No matter what you believe, if you're the atheist, if you're the Scientologist, if you're the Christian, the Jew, everybody's right. Right. We have that wide base, that freedom to believe whatever you want, and I just think everybody's right.
I just like how
don't.
Go ahead.
You don't know if the pot is hot until you touch it, but if you can't touch it, you'll never know.
Yeah.
I just like that you have this faith to this life. You know, that's just amazing.
And that's where we all should be.
Yeah.
Focus on what you have in front of you, not so much what's on the other,
or what you don't have.
Yeah, or the other side, or if you know people think that.
Yeah,
way.
A lot of speculation going on in the world.
And you're not focused on doing the best that you can do right now.
Yeah.
But that's the curious nature of human beings, though. It's hard to turn that ignition off, especially when we send men and women to the moon, to space. We have a space station, and we dream about the stars and beyond. And are we alone? And you just have that natural curiosity.
Right.
Yes, that is true. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Where go ahead.
Go ahead.
Where do you, this is my closing question. Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
That is
where do you want to be?
That's a hell of a question.
Yeah.
Where do I want to be?
Yeah. Next 5-10 years.
I couldn't say where I would want to be. It's probably more of a state of being. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In the next 5 to 10 years, life is going to change probably 5 times for me, basically. And you guys at the age too, where life is going to change for you, and you're probably going to see it a little different,
right?
Because we got parents. So therefore, I'm saying that because I got parents, and you got to prepare yourself for losing something.
Yes.
And I don't know who I'm going to be after I lose them.
Right.
So that's I can't say, because my mindset might be a total different person.
Is there anything you want, or anything? Is there like a goal you want to try and meet in 5 years? Whatever that may be.
Not really no goals, just happiness, homie. Just content with happiness.
Yeah.
Right.
And positivity, you know what I'm saying? And that's
what
the world we living in right now. Big goals is small in the aspect of the world we living in.
Right.
Just maintaining and being able to wake up in the morning and see the trees for the trees and the sky for the sky is pretty all right with me right now.
Well said. Well said, Mr. Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean,
if I had to think about that question too, I have to piggyback that. I just want to be happy and know that I'm healthy,
right,
and just in a good mind state.
I want to stay on it. I want to stay on a journey too.
Yeah,
like maybe I don't have a goal. Maybe it's just that journey. Just flying in that spaceship is the goal.
Yeah,
and not crashing on some unknown planet.
Hey man, y'all is like y'all pretty inspirational to me. Y'all do things a lot different than I would do them, but y'all succeed in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all inspire me a lot, man. I ain't even a lot.
Yeah.
And you said earlier, it's more than a friendship. Y'all like brothers to me.
Right.
No BS.
Yeah.
And y'all are just like a format to say, you can come from nothing, or basically not having no training or whatever, in anything, but you can put your mind to it and you can go do it. It don't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? From playing a musical instrument to being EMS or, you know, a cop, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been on the seeking of a whole bunch of different stuff, and I admire y'all for that, 100%.
Don't forget about them horses, Dietrich.
And the horses, homie, and the horses.
And the hunting.
And the horses.
And the hunting,
Now you
Dietrich.
just blew our head up. Now my head is
now
big.
my head is
God
up my
damn it.
ass. Thank you.
Keep going. I'm gonna be here all night.
You know, the motorbikes. Oh, you know, it's a whole gambit of shit out there. I'm just saying, you know.
Right.
If people don't know you like I know you, know what I'm saying? Even though we got a years of just separation, but I still know y'all 100%. Like I say, y'all get out there, you do some different stuff, and y'all be successful with it every time.
Every
I
time.
ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, we need to get back in the same room together and just spend some time. I would like to thank a lot of the people who are subscribed to this channel. I mean, this is what this channel is based on.
Right.
Interactions like this, and we thought about not putting this on camera so we can catch up. But I mean, what better way for people to know how Three Minds have changed over the years
and how to catch back up with your friends? Like, that's what I want to put out there.
Right.
Rekindle some friendships, or just don't be lazy. Don't become complacent. If you have the opportunity to see a friend while they're alive, well, and healthy, shit, and you can do it.
Yeah, you got to reach out.
Yeah,
you got to reach out.
Seize that moment.
And everybody falls victim, and everybody is, you know, like we all get caught up in our own lives. I was the first one to get caught up in my own life.
Right.
You know, right. Just real life reality. And
right.
I seen it with Twin next. Like when he had his son, it was like, well, dang, Twin, he's stuck in the world I'm stuck in. He's just trying to make it happen, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's slowly evolved to all four of us, but you know, we're 100% with each other, and that's just being real though.
Yeah,
100%.
I like to think too. Back in the day, the four of us kept each other alive and fought against the statistics.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
Wherever we went, we had each other's back, and we didn't let each other cross that line that you would never come back from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
it was always you had to see reality for what it was. I mean, we was a little wild, you know. We had our you got to have them moments. I mean, because if you don't have them then, you probably have them later.
Yeah, you don't want them later. You want to learn that lesson early, and hopefully you learn the lesson without getting into too much shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
The next time we do this, for the viewers out there, we are going to have the fourth wheel. And you're going to hear from Steve Johnson.
Mr. French Fry himself.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, should we do Steve by himself, D, like we just did you, just to try to make it fair?
Yeah, you might give him a shot at, you know, just.
Yeah.
I mean, in all actuality, he got some parts of the friendship like that y'all got with me, and, you know, it's separate parts of the friendship there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I had my daughter, y'all three was together a lot more for a amount of time. So it's different aspects of the friendship, 100%. Yeah, right. Of course,
yeah. Literally the four brothers.
Yeah. I think we're going to try to get Steve as soon as possible.
Yeah, we'll try to get him as soon as possible.
Yeah, let's make it a trilogy.
Steve is a character too. He's a character too.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the people
He's
going
a
to love
character
Steve.
in our comic book for sure.
I'm a call this dude and say, look, man, you're going to get on the show, but you are not eating French fries while doing the show.
No, because you'll never get the podcast done.
Yeah.
It'd be an hour.
An hour of watching this dude eat one French fry.
I know he don't give a shit for it, but it's all good.
We should have opened up our own fry spot.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should have.
And called it Steve's.
Yeah,
Steve's French fries.
Shakes and fries, homie. We've been rich.
Yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah.
Who you tell?
Yeah. Oh, we gonna tell Steven a little bit. That's what we gonna be telling. Listen here, people. We need you to like this here damn channel,
subscribe,
and ring that notification bell.
Ring it 1, 2, 3 times.
Thank you for the
ting, 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 ting.
No, the editor gonna do that for you, bruh. You ain't gotta
let that man do his sound effects, bruh.
Oh. Yeah, do your sound effects, bruh.
Yeah, you know, if put it in the atmosphere, it shall
Yeah.
happen.
It shall
Yeah.
happen. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We almost there.
Yeah, we like 160 away.
Share
Tell a
some
friend.
brothers.
Tell a friend. Tell a cousin. Tell your ex. Tell your side piece. Just
You
subscribe.
should have a subscription raffle.
Yeah. Ooh.
But what are they going to win?
Hey, I know what they can win. We got merch on Etsy that's out right now.
Dang.
The link will be in the description.
Hey.
If we could get to 1,000 subscribers and somebody has valid proof that they friends made up a bunch of the subscribers to get us to 1,000,
Yeah.
we sending out some free sweaters or something.
Yeah, we'll send out something.
I shoot it to you personally. I will drive to
You
your
drive through,
location.
You're going to pull up. You're going to pull
I
up.
will pull up, sir. Now I'm gonna be very cautious if you live in the hood, because I may come. I'm retired law enforcement. God damn it, I know some people, so you won't set me up and rob me.
Wait, who are you talking
Merch.
to?
I don't know, but whoever's watching in that negative mind state, I will
Maybe-
bring you merch, sir.
Maybe this. I thought about this. Maybe for that subscriber number 1,000, we get free apparel, and then we might be able to do a home concert if you vet yourself.
Ooh. I know a dude that's doing home concerts.
I
His
do
name
too.
is Sean Rao.
He's doing home
They
concerts.
doing kitchen concerts?
Well, he's in the kitchen and in the garage. Anyways, we gonna have to catch y'all later. All right. So stay put, stay tuned.
Doing kitchen concerts.
We might be doing kitchen concerts.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.